Anthony Hopkins, one of Hollywood's most prolific actors, has reacted to presidential candidate Donald Trump's comments about the fictional character Hannibal Lecter. Hopkins' performance as Lecter, the pivotal antagonist of The Silence of the Lambs, as well as the other films based on the books by Thomas Harris, shot him into stardom in 1992 when he won an Academy Award for Best Actor. Even though more than 30 years have passed, it remains Hopkins' most influential performance to date and is often remembered by modern audiences. That includes none other than Donald Trump. The former President of the United States, who's running again this year, went on record a few months ago with yet another one of his controversial claims. During one of his frequent rallies, Trump said the following: "The late, great Hannibal Lecter. He's a wonderful man. He oftentimes would have a friend over for dinner. Remember the last scene? Excuse me, I'm about to have a friend for dinner," as this poor doctor walked by. I'm about to have a friend for dinner. But Hannibal Lecter. Congratulations, the late, great Hannibal Lecter. Yes, trying to make sense of this is useless. While speaking to Deadline about his role in Roland Emmerich's TV series Those About to Die, Hopkins found out about Trump's appraisal of Lecter, and he was as shocked as everyone else on the internet. When Deadline tells him Trump has used Lecter in his speeches, Hopkins asks, as if he is real. He goes on to laugh about it and says, "I didn't know that. Hannibal, that's a long time ago, that movie. God, that was over 30 years ago. I'm shocked and appalled what you've told me about Trump." Curiously, Deadline also asks him about his role as Vespasian in Emmerich's upcoming series and whether he sees a resemblance between the character and current President Joe Biden, who is also running for re-election this year. Hopkins says, "There's a scene on the balcony where I'm looking vague. I think because, it's just an idea, I think it was written in the script that I'm beginning to lose it, you know. It was just that written in the script. So, I just followed suit and pretend as if I'm not sure where I'm going or where I am. But, I've learned, that can happen at any age. So, no, I wasn't conscious of that Biden aspect of it at all." Hopkins also implies that researching Vespasian wasn't exactly necessary because the script seemed to be good enough. He didn't know much about the real-life Roman emperor and decided it was unnecessary to research. "I find it a waste of time," Hopkins explains. "It doesn't add anything, doesn't change the cellular structure of the body. What I realized was that with his two sons, he has a problem. They're easily distracted as young kids are. So, okay, I'm going be angry. You're got to be really strong and I'm going save this mess with you." The undeniable legacy of Anthony Hopkins, the 86-year-old star of films such as The Silence of the Lambs, Amistad, and Nixon, in which he played the infamous former president, is one of cinema's most prestigious actors. Director Richard Attenborough once called Hopkins the greatest actor of his generation, and we won't argue against that. Though it may seem he's past his prime, the winner of 2 Academy Awards, 4 BAFTAs, 2 Emmys, and a Laurence Olivier Award is very active. I end the interview, Hopkins says, "I'm lucky to be in the movie business, and just lucky to be still making movies, and television that's just as good. I'm 86 and I wake up in the morning and go, oh, I'm still here. I have a sense of mischief about it. Sadly, I'm going to look back on my contemporaries, many of them have gone by, you know, God bless them. But no, I'm just very grateful to be here. The wonderful thing is the freedom I have now is knowing with certainty that I cannot take credit for any of it." Anthony Hopkins' latest series, Those About to Die, will premiere on July 28, 2024, exclusively on Peacock.